Well, not much to be honest, not very much. I just know one guy from this, it's Caliph. I have this guy on my Steam friend list, and we talk sometimes, and we talk about Counter-Strike and stuff, but I don't really know the level of their skill, and I have to say it's Giant5. I mean, they're like I said, they're like an amateur team, but it's a nice chance for them to actually show something, and it's a good opportunity for them, good exposure. Maybe they can become better after this. So
Definitely.
I don't put a lot of faith in them. So I have to be honest, but.
Well, and to be honest, they don't put a lot of faith in themselves. I did see a post on Reddit from who was claiming to be the leader of Giant5, saying that they are going to give their best for this game, but they don't expect to win, knowing the skill level of GPlay. But like I said, they're not going to completely give up. But we'll just have to see what happens here, and we have the pistol round off to a start. Giant5 being shut down by GPlay, but they are going to be able to get the bomb plant, and suddenly it's down to a 2v2, a quick exchange of kills there. Nolan brought very low. He's going to be on site with the bomb, with both GPlay members surrounding him, coming in for the pincer, and both members then taken down from Giant5. So defuse from GPlay, but that bomb plant is at least going to get some cash in their banks, and Giant5 is going to likely be able to buy up on the third round pretty easily with not a lot of issue there. So already a good start for GPlay, but on this map, that's pretty much what's expected, Gasad.
Oh yeah. It's a good start for them. My phone suddenly started ringing, so ignore that. But anyway, pistol round for the cities is very important on this map, and it's a good thing for GPlay, and it's a not good thing for Giant5 to start on the T side and lose the pistol. Like you said, the positive thing is getting the bomb planted, so they can actually afford to buy in the third round. They can afford just the pistols, which they did, like some P250s and one smoke and flash, and we have some Glocks as well, but they will be able to buy in the third round, so maybe they can show something there.
Definitely, and we are going to see an M4 brought out on Dreamer here with Bubble pushing through right now in that library area, I believe where he was. Anyways, we've got 3 members over towards A site for GPlay, and it looks like the terrorists are really wanting to make a presence here. And Bubble dinged there, brought down to 41 health. And Maniac picked up as well, so it's a 5v4, 5v3, then 5v1 suddenly in favor of GPlay, and a successful weapons round for them, not a single member lost, and stopping Giant5 with a lot of ease. Giant5 is going to go for that third round buy-up. You'll see the AKs get brought out. This could be big news for them. If they're able to bring this third round out, it could put GPlay in a pretty rough spot. It's typically pretty tough for the counter-terrorists to do a lot with money. Terrorists have a lot more working for them with the bomb plant, and if they do lose, they've got that losing bonus anyways, so it seems to be a lot easier to be a terrorist than it does to be a counter-terrorist in this game, but...
Yeah, when you're looking at the economy, but with the position and the maps and the current meta and all the smokes, the overpowered pistols, and all things considered, it's way more attractive to be on the CT side and get the early pistol and a good start for you.
Definitely. Yeah, and I was speaking for the economy there, but we're going to see some smokes get laid down here. Again, a lot of presence towards A, and I've noticed something from Giant5. They do very little in Banana at the start of these rounds, so they're not being very aggressive towards that, and you'll see that GPlay has responded by bringing 4 members already towards A site. They're not too concerned about that B site, and that's showing right there as that huge crossfire. 2 members of GPlay on one side, 1 on the other, and that's all it's going to take to shut down that push right off the start. And already brought down to 1 player. Giant5 with Nolan, the only one remaining, hiding off in those apartments, and Dreamer's going to get aggressive and get the quick pick on him, bringing it 3-0 for Giant5.
Like I said, there was no presence on Banana from the terrorist side, and that allowed GPlay to rotate the extra guy on the A side, and after that it was just a clean round for them. And you can see there is no experience on the Giant5 side, because you need that map control, you need that Banana control if you want to attack the A side.
Definitely, and those grenades are going to be doing
maybe they can learn something from this. They're rushing B now.
Yeah, this is definitely something. And they're rushing through the smoke after taking that nade damage, which is not exactly preferred by any means, but Nolan with a great 2K. But he's going to be all by himself against 3 members. We'll see if he can at least get that bomb plant down, and it's looking like he won't be able to with Bubble coming on and finishing him off right away. So 4-0 for GPlay.
Yeah, this was a bit of a mistake. He should just plant the bomb immediately because you get the extra money, but he went for the kill, and you cannot actually win these kind of rounds. I mean, there is very low chances if you can like, make triple kill after that and clutch the situation because you don't have any armor and all guys are rotating. You should just go for the plant, get the extra money.
Exactly, and rushing through that smoke was definitely not a high-level play by any means. And look how aggressive GPlay's being. They are already all the way up to that banana, forcing Giant5 to have to get back into corners and play very carefully, but Giant5 does make them pay for it, taking out both of those members, bringing it to an even 3v3 right now. Caliph doing everything that he can to take out this rival GPlay member and gets picked off himself. Spy Leader sticking by the sandbags here, making sure nobody dares to push up any further. The bomb's already made its way back over toward mid with one of the Giant5 members here already in apartments as well, pushing ahead, trying to clear the way for that bomb. And if he's able to get this pick here, then that's going to be a clear B site. And the other 2 members of GPlay are going to have to rotate as quickly as possible. And he gets the damage down early, and he's able to get the pick, which is good news for Giant5. But you'll see GPlay already reacting extremely quickly. Both members moving onto A site, one coming from library, the other one will be coming from apartments. And we'll see as the bomb is able to get planted, the flash is tossed, they have to hold off as much time as possible as Berkey is brought down very low. Mario as well, and Spy Leader with the first pick, the second, and the easy defuse. Another win for GPlay. Good money in the bank for Giant5 there, taking down 3 of the 5 members of GPlay, but definitely not what they need to have.
Yeah, they needed this round because, and they had it because they took over the A side after the mistake of MKL. He was kind of overrunning and over rotating, and he was like too relaxed, and he got punished. But after that plant, the positions wasn't very good for the creation team. So that lurk from the A apartments caused them the round, and you can see like the experience is not on the high level on their side, but like I said, there is this tournament, so they can learn something even if they lose.
Definitely, and it's good experience for even lower teams to lose against higher teams, like you're saying, because that gameplay alone is they're able to go back, analyze it, see how the other team played against them, see what holes in their strategies they need to mend, how they can better themselves, basically.
Yeah, if you see that loss like a lesson every time, take a look at your demo and what you went wrong. Oh my God,
NKL with the big plays there. It looked like Giant5 didn't even look down to see what was going on, and they definitely made them pay for it, and the Kobe to finish off Berkey there. I imagine it's Berkey. Is it Berkey or just BRKI? Do you know?
It's like Berkey or something like that, but it's not BRKY. It's more like a Berkey.
Berkey. All right, so
Serbian.
Berkey it is then. So
Berkey,
yeah.
Anyway, I was trying to say, like, if you consider your loss as a lesson and if you learn something, just one thing from your loss, it's a positive thing. I mean, if you're a new team, an experienced team, loss can be a positive thing.
Definitely, and that initial grenade brought Berkey very low, and we've got Bubble pushed all the way up with his op here by Sandbags, trying to get those quick scopes off as successfully as possible. He's not able to, but he pulls the pistol out to get the other kill, following up his first pick with that op, and then the blind spray through that smoke picks Victor a kill as well. Last 2 remaining members of Giant5 sitting in Banana over near the car area. Nolan down to 35 health. Maniac gets sprayed through that smoke and is easily taken out. Nolan doing everything he can to hold off these GPlay members right now, and they are hunting him down. They're pushing through towards Banana. 2 members on one side, 1 on the other, and they've got the Lurker still over at CT making his way around towards B side as well. Spy Leader watching for it, sees it, and picks it up. So 7-0 for GPlay. Giant5 looking very weak, but they're not out of the game yet. I mean, if they can sort of get a pattern going for themselves, if they can win 2 or 3 big rounds in a row, then they can at least pull off a good T-side here.
Definitely, they have some chance left, but what they need to do is like just calm down because they're rushing, they're losing rounds very fast. They see like we're in the game for like 7 to 10 minutes and it's already 7-0. So they need to just calm down a bit. And you can see the GPlay players are feeling too relaxed and they're like, okay, we're just gonna run, we can shoot people, and the Giant5 should use that and just stand in defensive positions and just wait for them and make some initial pick or two and then go for the side. Because if they are rushing on them and they're shooting better than you and they have the more confidence than you, then you will lose almost every round.
Exactly, and whenever I had mentioned a Reddit post earlier that I saw from one of the Giant5 members, and he basically said that we believe that GPlay could beat us just by running and gunning. So they don't have a lot of hope going into this, and that could have a big mental effect on them as well. If they're not expecting to win, then that could definitely affect their gameplay. And NKL having to get around that pole to get that last kill, but he's able to pick it off and putting it at 8-0 here. They're wanting to pause the game. I'm not sure why, but Giant5 is going to be able to buy up again. Getting that losing bonus will at least put some AKs in their hands to see what they can do. They're having some sound problems over on GPlay's side, so we will wait to see whenever they start back up if Giant5 can turn this around. What are some things that you've noticed so far in Giant5's gameplay that they're going to need to fix if they want to come back from this?
Like I said, they just need to slow down. Just stay down, stay defensive. Maybe go for the banana control, but it's hard now because cities are full of money. They can use Molotovs, smokes, and just maybe go for the boiler and the AAPS control or something like that, and just wait for them. Somebody will show. Somebody will try to push you. Will try to, like you said, run and gun you down. And if you take that and just sit back and maybe try to make a pick or two, or maybe take some double kill or anything, then you can maybe take a round and then just go from there. Because if you continue pushing on them, on their snipers, on their Molotovs, flashes, they have the better position, they have more confidence, they have more skill, better aim, and they will just destroy you. I mean, you just need to stay in defense for some time if you don't have all these things.
Definitely, and so that's definitely what they could benefit from here. Giant5, I think a little bit of a confidence boost could go a long way for them. From what they've been saying, how they've been playing, and I haven't seen a lot of difference from their rushing styles than I have from a lot of lower level gameplay. They, like I said, from near the beginning, rather than if you watch Fnatic, for example, one of the top tier teams play this map, you'll see them usually send 1 or 2 members up banana from T side to hold their end of it, while the rest scout over towards mid, watch around the rest of the map, and instead of only sending all of their members towards one side and giving up half of the map, they're literally not even. They're just giving it up. They're not trying to hold anything.
This map is all about the map control and just figuring out what you have, what you lost, in regards to the map control, and try to figure out the setup of the CTs. Maybe you can get some info for an in-game leader, like how many flashes were thrown from the A site or from the B site, or how many smokes left, and then based on that information, it's like, okay, the guys on the B side doesn't have any flashes. They lost all 4 of them. Let's just group up with the 5 people, no backstabbers. Just 5 people, throw all smokes, all flashes, all Molotovs, everything we can have, and just go in exchange, because they won't have any flashes to return or something to counter your attack, and you can take over the site. And you need to like provide the information to your in-game leader, something like that, the smokes, the Molotovs, so he can make the right call based on your informations and your map control. So everybody needs to like do their job to actually win the round.
Definitely, and you can see that they actually started the map off that way this time, and that's going to give them a huge advantage over here on B site if they're able to successfully push on as a team, and it looks like they're not going to be able to do that with Spy Leader just pushing through that smoke, no concern whatsoever, picking up several kills there. I believe he made a 3K out of that at least, and that smoke was actually sort of beneficial towards GPlay at that point, since Giant5 weren't really watching it.
Yeah, they missed the smoke and they just went in 1 by 1. They had a good idea, let's just throw everything on B and maybe with a good exchange we can take the round. But it kind of failed, because if you want to do that, you just need to bait the smokes from the CTs somehow. Just pick with the flash, just try to bait 1 smoke or 1 Molotov. Because if the CTs have 2 smokes and 2 Molotovs, 1 minute before the round is over, and then you're basically done with that bomb site, because you throw 1 flash, they throw 1 smoke, it's like 17 seconds. After that there is a 17 seconds of the second smoke and the additional 14 for the 2 Molotovs. So it's like like 50 seconds or out of minute, and if you attack the bomb site on 10 seconds left, the rotation will come very fast, and it's very unlikely that you will take the round. So they need to like debate the smokes from the CTs on the banana, on the middle or something. And if the CTs don't throw the smoke, they don't like bite. You just need to like push with 5 people immediately and just maybe try to catch them with their pants down.
Definitely, that's the hope here, but so far Giant5 not showing much initiative and being able to pull that off, and I imagine that they're still trying to fix those sound issues. They're going to unpause the match now and continue the play. GPlay at 9, Giant5 at 0. You can see the money is just insanely in GPlay's favor, obviously. I mean, with 9 wins, that's not going to be any issue at all. So we'll see what they're able to do with it with the op in Bubble's hands and then full eyes on everybody else. And Giant5 having to keep a Tech 9 on Maniac as they begin this round, and they are going to make some sort of presence towards B here. It looks like they've also got one man standing in the middle lane, and they've got another man over towards alt mid. So they're keeping their map knowledge up now, which is very good. We'll see if that works out for them. Mario pushing forward, going to make his way onto the balcony into apartments here as Victor just walks around the pond waiting for somebody to show up, and it looks like he may get just what he wants here shortly. We've got 2 members of Giant5 pushed up pretty aggressively all the way towards Car and Banana, and 2 members already in apartments as well. And they are watching that boiler entry. They are taking things slower. They're hopefully putting that pause to use, taking the time to calm down. Khalif here had some bullets fly right past his head through that smoke, so he hesitated for just a moment for the fear of that. Victor keeping the pressure up on Banana, not letting them push through that easily, while Dreamer watches that apartment exit.
You can see they have 2 Molotovs left, just like we talked about like 1 minute ago, so you cannot actually go to the B side right now because those Molotovs will just one went up on the B side, and now will be the second, and I suppose the rotation will come from the arch side, and you can see the NKL was approaching the B side.
Definitely. Now we see the push through from Giant5, but a wonderfully placed flash as Spy Leader is able to pick up 4 kills there. Victor helping him out as well, but a wonderful flash blinded all of Giant5, and Spy Leader just took his time picking up each of those, and no issue there whatsoever. So and they're not. They held off that time. They slowed down. They got some Molotovs out of the way, but they took too long in doing so. We saw one of the players get Molotoved out of apartments there with only 25 seconds remaining, so that basically would have made it very difficult for anything to happen. They're going to throw some nades up mid, smoke it off. Nulum gets a great starting pick here, taking down one of the enemy oppers, and he's going to get that op in his hands as well, so he's going to see what he can do with it if he can pick it up, but suddenly he's the last man standing. The rest of GPlay responding to his one headshot with 4, so Victor's going to go for a hunt. He knows where that last member was killed, so Nulum's got some choices to make here as to whether or not he actually wants to try for something aggressive. He does not have the bomb in hand, so it looks like he's just going to do everything that he can to get away from that bomb. He's going to let GPlay keep it, keep this op in hand, and probably just find a corner to hide in here, which is the smartest move he can make. But from the gameplay we've been watching, 1v4 isn't the most likely scenario here, but he gets picked up by Victor's M4, making it an easy 11-0 for GPlay. Not looking very promising for Giant5 here.
Oh yeah, I mean 11-0, and it's looking grim for the Croatian team, but they just need to try to pick up at least 2 rounds. I think it's looking very hard now to actually do that. The only way I see them winning a round is GPlay being over cocky or making some huge mistake. Other than that, I see no chance for them even taking 1 round.
Definitely. We can see that they're trying to pause the game once again. They've been having some audio issues during this, and Spy Leader just steps out, gets a quick pick onto Caliph here. And they do have the bomb still in their possession. It's not on the other side of that smoke, but GPlay making sure that nobody's going to take Banana now that they've got it clear. Victor watching, making sure that nobody pushes through that smoke. That's one thing that you have to make sure, once you get those smokes down, make sure that you watch them, because otherwise, I mean, you can feel like there's a barrier there, but there's really not. If there's no crosshairs on that smoke, then anybody can push through and get vision very quickly. So they're taking advantage. making sure to keep that banana on lockdown. It's a 5v3 right now. It looks like one of Giant5's members had disconnected as Maniac pushes forward towards Arch's side. They turn away from that flash, and Nolan with a great spray there, picking up 2 kills. The headshot on NKL, but Dreamer's watching for him.